In this video you are going to learn strategic management. Topics I have discussed are: what is strategic management? Strategic management process, types of strategic management, advantages of strategic management, and disadvantages of strategic management. Let's start the video. Strategic management can be defined as the process of planning, monitoring, analysis, and assessment of all necessities that an organization needs to meet its aims and objectives. Strategic management is based on an organization's clear understanding of its mission and vision, for where it wants to be in the future, and the purposes that will guide its actions. The process requires a commitment to strategic planning, which is a subset of business management that involves an organization's ability to set both short and long-term goals. Strategic planning also comprises the planning of strategic decisions, activities, and resource allocation needed to achieve those objectives. Having a defined process for managing an organization's strategies will help organizations make logical decisions, and develop new goals quickly in order to keep pace with evolving technology, market, and business conditions. One of the major aspects of strategic management is to organize various functional areas of the organization effectively, as well as to assure these functional areas harmonize and get together well. Strategic management process. In general, the strategic management process typically includes 5 phases. Number 1. Goal setting. Fixing short-term goals is an excellent way to start, as they act as a direct blueprint in accomplishing long-term objectives. Separating roles and duties to people and team management should be carried out at this basic stage. The process provides every member of the enterprise with a mission that motivates them in the long run. 2. Gathering information and analyzing. The data gathered from within the organization and the market help in developing a constructive plan that acts as a foundation for strategic management. This method allows the company to recognize internal avoidances that have been affecting the operations of the organization. 3. Strategy forming. In this step, all the data and information collected are used to form a unique strategy that satisfies all the necessities and requirements. Based on the resources available, the business has to control the asset purchase and recruitment of experts. Identifying the capability of your resources becomes important in strategic management. 4. Implement the strategy. If the planning is the one side of the coin, then implementing those plans is another side of the coin. In this stage, the employees involved in this process should have a clear idea of the plan and organizational goals to be implemented with perfection. Number 5. Monitoring. The monitoring stage involves analyzing, managing, tracking, and evaluating every step that is associated with the strategic management plan. By this time, you can compare the desired outcomes with the current outcome. Here, you can do certain adjustments and new planning if required. Now come to the types of strategic management. The strategic management concept can be implemented in various ways. Here are 2 of the important strategies I will discuss. 1. SWOT Analysis. This analysis allows you to inspect internal and external factors. Internal factors are basically the strengths and weaknesses that are present in your organization. External factors are basically the positive and the negative factors, which are opportunities and threats respectively that present outside of your organization. The SWOT method helps leaders decide whether the organization's resources and abilities will be useful in the competitive environment, and to improve the strategies to remain successful in this environment. 2. Balanced Scorecard. Balanced Scorecard aids you find which facets of your business require improvements, by breaking down the performance evaluation method into 4 areas known as legs. These areas are learning and growth, business processes, customer perspectives, and financial data. This method can generate timely reporting mechanisms that show all statistics associated with the growth of the company. Advantages of strategic management. 1. Discharges board responsibility. The first and the most important reason behind having strategic management is that it discharges the responsibility of the board of directors. 2. Provides a framework for decision making. The strategy gives a framework in which all staff can make day-to-day operational decisions, and ensure that those decisions are all moving the organization in a single direction. 3. Enables measurement of progress. Strategic management allows an organization to measure its success. In the setting of measures of success, the organization first decides what is crucial to its ongoing success, and then forces the establishment of objectives and holds these crucial measures in front of the board of directors and senior management. 4. Provides organizational perspective. Strategic management takes an organizational view and looks at all the components, and the interrelationship between those components in order to produce a strategy that is excellent for the entire organization and not a single component. Disadvantages of strategic management. 1. Anticipates the future environment. One of the significant disadvantages of strategic management is that it requires the organization to anticipate the future environment in order to build up plans, and, as we all know, anticipating the future is not a simple task. The conclusion is that if the future does not unfold as anticipated, then it may cause ruin in the strategy taken. 2. It is expensive. In the not-for-profit sector, there are many organizations that cannot afford to employ an external consultant to help them build up their strategy. 3. Complex process. It comprises the internal and external environments, long-term and short-term objectives, strategic control of the company's resources, and last but not least, it also has to look at the organizational structure. This is a long process because a single variation in one element can affect all the factors. Being a complex method, it calls for lots of endurance and time from the management, in order to execute strategic management. If you want to read in details or download the PDF, go through the link in the description. If you find the video helpful, give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to subscribe to Educationleaves.